It's the core of everything. If you don't have fun while working with your dog won't have fun while working with you, period. Therefore, you won't be able to have a good relationship, therefore you won't be able to have a good obedience. Hello and welcome to Zen Dog. This is Sina and I'm here to help you help your dog. Today we're going to be speaking about the difference between a thriving dog and a surviving dog. As you can see, I believe Jake is considered to be a thriving dog. The reason is because the core of our relationship. There's a lot of understanding, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of willingness that he would like to work with me. And that is what I would call a thriving dog. Let's go. So, when it comes to obedience or when it comes to training your dog, there is a misunderstanding or misconception that your dog has to fear from you, or you have to be the alpha, or you have to show who is the boss. And in this case, as you can see his attitude, he's not fearful of me. He's just curious about what I'm going to do because he saw that I can provide a lot of value. And that's the reason that our relationship is very strong. And that's the reason that I can have him at any time that I want. He could be playing with thousands of dogs and I can call him and he can come back and he can do a heel with me. Heel. So I don't have to have a treat here. I don't have to have a toy. I don't have to have anything for him to work with me. And this is what we call bonding. Right? The bonding is strong. He's looking forward to work with me. I'm looking forward to work with him. He has understood that there's a lot of value to work with me, and it's manifesting quite well. Jigibia. Cross. Good. Go. Cross. Cross. Good. Go. Cross. Good boy. Go. So as silly as it sounds, this is one of the games that we do every day, every time I go out with him. And this is just the purest form of our relationship. We have games, we have kind of like inner jokes, we have inner games, it's just cross and go. So it's important to have fun with your dog, right? That's the main thing that we always emphasize on. It's the core of everything. If you don't have fun while working with your dog won't have fun while working with you, period. Therefore, you won't be able to have a good relationship. Therefore, you won't be able to have a good obedience. Now, another point of a thriving dog is how are they treated? Are they treated with love? Are they treated with fear? And this will be another video which we're going to be speaking about fear-based training and love-based training. But are you working with positivity with your dog? For example, if Jake doesn't listen to me, Jiggy heel. Good boy. Let's say, he does listen, but let's say he didn't listen to me. Would I be frustrated at it, or would I react badly to him? Would I toss his nose? Would I punch his belly, or would I yell at him? No, right? Because you could do that. Nobody's stopping you. It's not going to be to the best interest of you and your dog's relationship. However, it might look like it's working at that point, but it's not going to work long term because there's going to be fear in your dog, and that fear has to be transferred to something else. Therefore, your dog could become aggressive, or your dog could bite another kid or something, because it's only getting transferred. The energy is getting transferred from me to the dog and to the dog something else. So I'm trying to be as positive as I can, almost 100% positive with everything that I do with him. Therefore, he knows that every time I'm calling him, there's something cool, there's something fun happening. Another point here is the nutrition. So we basically categorize this in 2 points. Is your dog getting processed kibble food, or is it getting homemade, home-cooked, or raw food? And the difference between, again, these two is love and convenience, right? So it's totally okay if you give your dog a convenient food. Your dog is going to survive. It's not going to thrive. It's going to be exposed to the risk of cancer a lot more to home cooked or raw diet. If you want to do the raw, or if you want to do the home cooked, you have to be cautious of the nutrition, which is probably will take you a few days to understand it. I have a video on raw diet that you can check. You can also do your studies before you make a decision here. Now the third point is, how am I taking care of my dog? Am I just getting dog walkers for him, or am I just going 9-to-5 job and I'm not giving too much attention? When I come back home, how do I deal with him? Do I just like not have energy to hang out with him, or am I coming back home with a lot of energy and positivity to him? Does he get enough? And that's really important for me, because right now if you check him, he's sniffing, he's having fun, he's chewing stuff on the floor, he's doing everything that a dog needs to do. And this is a thriving dog, right? And he checks with me all the time. He's like, hey, what's up? What do you want me to do? Because he gets enough, there's no layers of suppression, or there's no layers of him needing to go out and run and him not being able to do it. Therefore, I have a better relationship. Everything comes back to the core, which is relationship, and it's love-based relationship. So make sure at least you take your dogs out 3 times a day, at least half an hour each time. This is the least minimum. Make sure you socialize your dog. Make sure you give them as much as fresh air as possible, as much as a sniffing as possible. If you're going out for a half an hour walk, remember that this is their walk and not your walk. So don't rush anything, let them sniff as much as they can. The more they're on the grass, the more they're on the trees, the better it is for them. So it's a lot less frustrating for me to have a thriving dog than a surviving dog. Why? Because perhaps the surviving dog looks easier, but in the future it's going to be a lot more costly for me. Costly for my pocket and costly for my mental stability, because anytime I'm gonna say come, it's not gonna work out and I'm gonna get frustrated. I'm gonna get a trainer eventually, which is gonna cost me a lot of money, and I have to invest a lot more time and money into what I did. So it's always good to classify which dog you want to have and be aware of this decision that you've made and what's gonna be. Obviously, not all cases are going to be like this, because there are different groups of dogs that require different things. On top of that, there are different personalities, which I've already made a video on it. It's called 6 points to consider before you get a dog. So many people tell me that the barf diet or the home cooked diet is a lot more expensive. However, it actually ends up to be the same price as you would spend on a kibble, which is pretty interesting for me. Also, you would be saving a lot more money on vet visits, and that's a very positive point to it. And overall, you'll be happier because your dog will be happier. Happier dog means happier you. Come, buddy. Good boy. All right, that's gonna be it for the differences between a thriving dog and a surviving dog. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comment section. And if you have any question, you can ask us at #AskZendog. We'll see you in the next one.